Yes, guys, welcome back. Mr. Wiseman speaking. Now, remember that we did trig functions. We did the sine graph, cos graph, and the tan graph. Okay. Now, today we are focusing on how to answer the question, and it's given in the exam room. Okay. Now, the first thing when you get this type of questions, okay, you have to first read every information they gave you, because by you reading every information, then you'll identify what you have and what you do not have when now you start solving your question. Okay, now if we read here, they say in the diagram below, the graph of f of x, okay, is negative 2x, a negative 2 cos x, okay, and g of x is sine x plus 1, is drawn for the interval of 0 from 0 until 360. Okay, now that you have identified that, okay, now they say write the amplitude of f. Remember that we said when the graph is given to us like this, the amplitude is the number that is in front of the ratio, and also know that amplitudes are never zero. They are never negative. So if the number in front of the 2 was a negative, you do not worry about that. You just worry about the number. Okay, the amplitude is never a negative, it's always a positive. Now when they're looking for period, okay, as I said in our previous video, that's period of g of x, okay, period, okay, if you must make sure that it makes an S shape. Okay, you must always make sure that you make an S shape. If you're able to make your S shape, then you will see that that is your period. And it was quick to identify our period because they told us that we are drawing it in the interval of 0 to 360. So our period here is 360 degrees. 360 degrees. Now, when it comes to this type of question, the minimum value of g of x minus 1, all you're doing, okay, you're taking this g of x, okay, you subbing it in. So you're going to say sine x, okay, sine x plus 1 minus 1, okay, and then these two, they cancel each other. We're left with sine x. Now if you remember from our mother graph, okay, if you remember from our mother graph, when we have sine x, okay, when we have sine x, it's drawn in the interval of 1 and negative 1. So that means that when you're looking for the minimum value, okay, the minimum value, it will be y equals to negative 1. Now, when we come to 5.2, they say determine the value of f of 180 minus g of 180. So what you do, you go at 180 degrees for the f graph. Okay, let's identify our f graph. Our f graph is the cos graph. Let's take another color. It is our cos graph. Okay, now since they say f of 180, you go at 180 degrees. Then you go up, you look for the y value. Okay, you look for the y value, which gives us 2. Okay, so you're gonna say 2 minus g. Okay, there's our g, there's our g here. Okay, there's at 180, it's at 1. So 2 minus 1 equals to 1. So this answer here gives us 1. Now this is where everything become wonderful. They say for which values of x will g of x times f of x must be less than or equal to 0. So in this one, in this type of question, okay, in this type of question, you have two scenarios. You want your g of x must be negative, your f of x must be positive, okay, or your g of x must be positive and your f of x must be negative. Now when that happens, okay, since we're looking for that scenario, okay, please focus on the y values. Okay, focus on the y value. I will show you all why I am saying that. I'm saying focus on the y value. Now if we look, okay, we're looking at where our g graph it's negative, Okay, our G graph is negative, our F graph is positive. Okay, let's change another color. Let's take orange. Okay, now we're looking at a place where our G is negative. Where's our G graph? Okay, our G graph, there's no place where it's negative. Okay, there's no place where it's negative. And then when we look at our F graph, okay, so in this one here, we have two scenarios, okay, and the two scenario is where the G of X is positive and the F of X is negative. The G of X is positive and the F of X is negative. So those are our two scenarios. So we can see that from 270, okay, from 270, our G of graph, we can see that our f of our g of graph, it's positive. And I'm saying, look at our y, make sure that your y value is above 0, and then we can see that our f of x graph is, our y value is below 0. So this one here, it's from the interval of 270 less than or equal to x, less than or equal to x, or less than equal to 360. That's our first. Okay, and then our second scenario, it's from here. Where our G of graph, it's positive, while our F of graph is negative. Now when that's happened, our second scenario will be, it is where from 0 in between x, in between 90 degrees. So these are our two answers that you're gonna get for 5.3. For 5.3. Now 5.4, okay, 5.4, determine the range of h of x if h of x is equal to negative g of x. So you negative, and then you substitute g of x, which will become negative sine x, okay, negative sine x minus 1 plus 3, which eventually becomes negative sine x plus 2. Now if you're looking at it like this, you don't have to identify the range. All you do, you pick up your calculator, let's bring it this side, then you're gonna press mode, you look for table, which is 7, you write the equation. It's negative sine, okay, alpha, close brackets, plus 2, okay, equal to, then you start from the range of 0, you start at 0, you end at 360, then the step, okay, will be the interval. So you want to count in 45. So the step will be 45. Once you press that, okay. Now remember, when you're looking at range, you're looking at the highest y value, the lowest y value to the highest y value. Okay, so we start going down. Let's see. Okay, our highest y value, it is 3. Okay, our highest y value, it is 3. In between y, now let's go and see our lowest y value. Okay, our lowest y value will be 1. Okay, our lowest y value, it is 1. And this is how to solve this type of question. Okay, for 5.3, we'll be doing more examples so that we make sure we understand. These are easy marks where we can score. Okay, now that you have the knowledge that you require, it is time to go and shock your teacher. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment in this video. See you in our next video. Thank you.